happening, people? Liverpool Prophet back again with another video. More transfer news to talk about, Liverpool related, of course, as usual. More stuff coming out from Liverpool, regarding Liverpool, should I say. We have news on the latest Wirtz bid that we have submitted to Leverkusen, which has apparently been rejected. So that is the second bid that has been rejected. There's news on potentially 2 players going to Leverkusen from Liverpool for Wirtz to come in. Obviously, there's a bit of news on Diaz still. Whatever's going on with Diaz, we have to talk about that, of course, because that is an interesting saga. And let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with Wirtz because I think that's where everyone wants to start off. So, Liverpool's second bid of 109 million to Leverkusen has been rejected. The club Leverkusen are holding firm that they want apparently 125 million for Florian Wirtz. So rather than accepting the 109 that we've submitted to them, these lot are being a bit awkward and they want 125. It looks to me like Leverkusen are just being really tight and awkward on this one. That's what it looks like to me. The player wants to leave. Just let him go. Just let him go. He wants to leave. Let the guy go. Literally, you can tell that they are deliberately probably trying to put the bid up in a hope that we will back out or something like that. That's what it seems like to me, personally. It just seems to me that they are being really, what's the word? Tight on this. Very tight. You know, the player wants to move. Liverpool want him. So, the only thing that's really standing in the way here is them and their tightness, because they want 125 million. We want 100 and we have submitted 109 offer. Our second offer, by the way, because they rejected our first bid as well, apparently. So, it looks like they are really trying to force the guy to stay at Leverkusen. That's what it seems to look like to me, but I hope Liverpool go back in and match the 125 million and we get the deal over the line now. I'm not too worried about this, like I said, but I'm a bit worried that maybe FSG, now hopefully this is not the case, of course we don't want it to be the case, but I really hope that FSG don't look at the money, or they don't look at the 125 million and deem it to be too expensive for Wirtz, or maybe they think we can go get a player for less money than that can work better in the system. I hope FSG don't cower out and literally walk away like they usually tend to do down the years. I hope they stand firm and they make the real statement, which I think they will do, but there's always that worry now in my head. I can't lie. There's that worry there that FSG might decide to back down from this deal because they feel that the money is too much or he's not worth the price that they're asking. So I'm confident it's going to get done, but the longer it goes on, the more, the more strange the thing gets, man. Now you're having Leverkusen being strange about it. Before it was about bids and all that. The longer it goes on, the more the Caicedo and Lavia flashbacks are going to kick in for me. I hope this gets done sooner than later. But let's see where this one goes, man. So hopefully Liverpool go back in with a third bid. We go back in for the third bid. We match the 125 million and we get our player. Because I really hope that we don't walk away from this one. I hope FSG stand tall and they make a statement. And they made a statement by going forwards. Now let's go sign the guy and get it over the line, but let's see where that one goes. Interestingly enough, it seems to be a bit of a breaking news story here that 2 of our players could potentially be looking to be sent over to Leverkusen for Wirtz now. Obviously with Wirtz coming in, it looks like Liverpool are willing and Leverkusen are interested in signing both Joao Quansah and Harvey Elliott. This is a very strange thing from Leverkusen. Now, if I'm FSG in Liverpool, I'm sending these 2 over literally the second the Wirtz thing gets here. We go. They want Quansah and Elliott. They can have both of them. Nothing against both of these 2, by the way. Nothing against both of these 2, but in order for us to be competing at the highest level, to be challenging for the Champions Leagues, the Premier Leagues, you know, we need better than Harvey Elliott and Jamal Quansah. They aren't bad players, but they are definitely upgradable. If you want to throw Curtis Jones in there as well, I'd do that too. But I think that's been a bit too ambiguous in my opinion. So this is an absolute steal. Why Leverkusen even want Harvey Elliott and Joel Quansah to begin with? Absolutely, I can't get my head around it. But if they want them, who are we to stand in the way? Send these two off and get Wirtz in. We'd absolutely be robbing Leverkusen 100%. This would be an absolute robbery. But if they want them, give them. You know, they can be replaced, and we can definitely upgrade on them. You know, Florian Wirtz coming to Liverpool with Harvey Elliott and Joel Quansah going the other way. Come on, guys, we're taking that every day of the week, aren't we, as Liverpool fans? So I'm not sure how reliable this news is, but I have been seeing quite a bit around that Leverkusen are interested in Elliott. I've seen that they're interested in Elliott. I haven't seen much on Quansah, to be fair. It is looking like Quansah will be moved on as well into summer, which I think is the right decision. But I haven't seen much of where he could end up, or haven't seen much links of him being linked to other clubs. This is the first one I've seen. Elliott has been linked with Leverkusen. The Quansah thing's just come out recently, as of a couple of hours ago, so not too sure how reliable it is, but look, this is something we have to take. It's something we really have to take. I mean, get rid of these two and bring Wirtz in. So, but not sure how reliable it is, but again, we'll have to see where this one takes us. Have to see where it takes us. I'd bite your hand off at that. Wirtz coming in and selling off Quansah and Elliott, getting rid of some Deadwood, and bringing in the world class Wirtz. But we'll see where that one goes. We'll see where this whole Wirtz saga goes, because it's getting more interesting as the days go by. The longer the here we go does it happen, the longer we're all going to get stressed out, and the flashbacks of Caicedo will kick in and Lavia. But I wanted to move on to Luis Diaz now. Reports broke out last night, that Luis Diaz is open to leaving Liverpool. Now, I said on a video last night, this is absolutely stupidity. We're having a really good start to the window. Like, there's no need for us to be looking to move players on or selling players that do not need to be sold. The only attacker that needs to be sold is Darwin Núñez. Other than that, no one else needs to be sold. All it does is give us extra work to do in the window. Literally, extra work to do in the window. Now, unless Liverpool are going to be looking to sell Luis Diaz off and bring in someone like Rodrigo, there's no reason to sell Diaz. Literally none. Unless you're going to go get a Rodrigo or someone like that, don't sell Diaz, because if you look in the market at the moment, there's not exactly a lot of left wingers out there that are available. Most of them are already at top clubs, and it's going to be very, very hard to wrestle them out of there and convince them to join Liverpool. So, really, I'd be looking to keep Diaz unless you're going to go get a Rodrigo or someone like that. There's no reason to sell him at all. At all. Sell Darwin. He has got to go. Other than that, keep everyone else in the attack. Literally, do not sell no one on. It is pointless and it is needless. Now, it's not confirmed that Diaz is going to be leaving Liverpool, but judging by what his wife or girlfriend or whatever put on her socials, that thank you message, that's not something you just put out, randomly. That's usually happens when a player's on his way out or he wants to thank the fans and he's saying a goodbye. Now, it could be a total coincidence. She could literally have just put that out as she wanted to thank everyone in Liverpool for doing what they've done. It could be the case, but you don't really get that happening, I'll be honest. That definitely felt to me like it was a goodbye, or it's a message that Diaz is looking for a move away from Liverpool. I hope it's not the case. I hope Diaz ends up staying, because he's really growing on me. But if he wants to leave, there's not really much we can do to stop him. I think if he wants to leave, then it's a different case. If the club are forcing him out the door, then it's also a different case. But I hope Diaz stays. As for where Diaz could end up, look, he's been linked with Barcelona for a while now. For a good while, since last season really. He's been linked with moves to Barcelona. Now, he's never once come out and said he wants to play for Barcelona. He's always come out and said He's very happy at Liverpool. He loves the people. He loves the fans. He loves the city. He loves being at Liverpool. He's at home. Never once have I heard Diaz come out saying, yeah, I'm interested in a move to Barcelona. I know a lot of South Americans are, their dream is to play for the clubs, the big Madrid clubs, the big Spanish clubs, Champions League clubs, Barcelona and Real Madrid. That is a lot of Southern American players' dreams, but I've never seen Diaz ever come out and say, I want to move to Barcelona. He's always come out and been very adamant he wants to stay at Liverpool, so I'm not sure. I don't think he will end up at Barcelona. Now, the Saudi Pro League, I think that's more likely. He's 28 years old at the moment, Diaz is, so he's not the oldest, but he's also not the youngest. I think it would make more sense if he was to leave, to be off to the Saudi Pro League. I think that makes more sense in my opinion, but I don't want to sell Diaz. I don't want to sell him. The only attacker I want to sell is Darwin Núñez. Literally, Darwin goes, that's it. Getting a striker to replace Darwin, a proper striker, and we're set. Like, you know, chopping and changing the whole attack now. It gives us extra money to do. I mean, are we going to get 8 signings in a window? Really? Are FSG going to go and replace Diaz if he leaves with someone of the same calibre? I mean, I'm seeing Gakpo rumours as well. Are we going to go out and replace Gakpo if he leaves? I doubt it. I mean, we're getting 4 or 5 signings, but 8 signings in one window? It's giving Liverpool needless extra work to do, in my opinion. And if Liverpool are smart, they won't, you know, be looking to do this. I hope they aren't. But it's an interesting saga with Diaz as well. I mean, transfer news around Liverpool at the moment is very, very, very active. Normally, it is very... How do I say it? It's very quiet in the transfer window for Liverpool because we never sign no one. We never get no one. For once, it's active, and it's active in a good way and a bad way. FSG, I mean, I don't know what to say. If Diaz does end up going, that's a dent in the transfer window so far. So far, I've given the transfer window a 9 out of 10. If Diaz goes, that is definitely going to go down to a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 because it's selling a player that needlessly does not need to be sold. So, I've got to be honest, FSG, you take 3 steps forward with Frimpong, Wirtz and Kirkes, then you take a step back by selling Diaz. But if he does leave, it's important we replace the guy. You know, you can't go into the season and, you know, not have a replacement for Diaz. So, FSG, work your magic, guys. I mean, you've done well so far, so I'm going to back them. I'm going to stick my neck out and say that they will replace Diaz if he does move on. But, yeah, very interesting stuff. But look, guys, I'm going to head off the Liverpool Prophet. I'm going to head off. I'm going to read up more on transfer news, and I will be back soon to deliver you guys more updates. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Liverpool Prophet. Peace out. I will speak to you guys soon. Up the Reds.